are getting bigger, like almost 4 foot now, some spots. What's going on? January 20th, and I'm out at Rio Vista right now. We're gonna try a couple different things here. I'm gonna soak some anchovies. I'm gonna do a little trolling because the water clarity is looking a lot better since the last time I was here. A little windy today, but also I'm gonna throw some swim baits around Rio Vista, Decker Island, and I'm gonna hit up Sherman Island. Right now it's about 8:30 and it's just on high tide. I've been out here for about 30 minutes or so. It is a little windy out here in Rio Vista. It's not too bad, but I heard it's gonna pick up this afternoon. If you're out boating on the water, just make sure you have your boater's card. 2025 now is the law, and they're giving tickets. I'll show you guys a little video on how much the tickets are, but some people are saying it's ridiculous because the rentals, if you go rent a boat, you don't have to have it, and they don't require, most rental places do, but they do not require you to do a safety course or just kind of explain to you. It's not required. So I'll show you a quick video here and then we'll get fishing.
Business major at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. He has been boating all his life.
My dad always let me steer it when I was like 5, even though I wasn't actually steering it. But yeah, ever since I can remember.
But this year, to drive a boat or to ride his jet ski, he is required to pass a mandatory 3-hour online safety course costing $30. So he can then pay $10 to get a state boating card.
It's more useful for people that are planning on boating right now and have never been around a boat. It forces them to actually learn something about it.
The safety requirement came out of Senate Bill 941 and will be phased in over the next 8 years by the boater's age. By 2025, every boater will need a card.
You know, if you want to be on a boat, you're going to have to do it.
Frank Boggs works at a Stockton marina. While he thinks it's a good idea,
we get a lot of people through the marina here that don't really know the laws, and it's a good thing for them to get educated on it.
He points out that exemptions in the law, mainly that people renting boats don't have to pass a safety course or have a card, doesn't make sense.
I have my misgivings on it in the fact that I think it should be covering the rentals as well.
Jack Cordium is the marina manager at Tower Park.
Since it's not, I have no recourse to stop people from renting.
The Division of Boating and Waterways says the earlier versions of the bill included rentals, but through the legislative process, the requirement was removed because renters are given a safety briefing at the time of rental. They also said that statistics available when the law was written show that only 9% of boat accidents involved rentals.
I've got 2 young kids, and probably seems like a good idea before they get on a watercraft, they know how to operate it properly.
While most question the boat rental exemption, the idea of a safety course seems to make sense. And when your age requires you to have a card, you will need it. Without it, you will be fined $100 for the first offense. On the Delta,
Andy Kurtz is the last person you'd expect to want requirements for boat renters.
So we're gearing up for one of the busiest weekends of the year.
He owns Seaforth Boat Rentals in San Diego.
Before my hair was gray, I used to make it gray by worrying that we would have mandatory boat licensing in California because I thought that would negatively impact our business.
So anyone who wants to drive will have to go over the safety with us.
Asking boaters to get a license ruins the spontaneity of being on vacation and deciding to rent a boat.
Know what any safety equipment is. The guys down at the dock will show you. Just make sure you're paying attention to them.
But Kurt still wants required education for boat renters.
Remember to stay at least 150 feet away from any land at all times.
Kurtz's employees give safety briefings to all boat renters, both in the store and again on the dock. But not all boat renters give instructions to their customers. Kurtz would have liked those briefings to be required under the new law.
We do everything that we can to make sure that our customers have as much knowledge as they possibly can in the short amount of time that's allotted, that they can operate that boat safely.
It's not the Fish and Game's fault. They're just doing their jobs. They don't make the laws. But what I have heard is sturgeon is catch and release. We all know that. But if you're fishing for striper and sturgeon at the same time, you need a sturgeon report card, and you cannot be using a barbed hook is what they're saying now. Pretty much if you're fishing for sturgeon at all and any other species, you have to go by sturgeon laws, the sturgeon rules, and that's just what they're saying. So that's just what I've heard. When a fish when they make a fish catch and release, I just stop fishing for it until it's back opened up, because it's just kind of not worth my time. I really like to eat the fish. Real quick, guys, if you're looking for an affordable, high quality reel, I've been fishing with these reels and rods for about 2 years now. They have fishing gear and other stuff like that, but I'll leave the link in the description. Check it out, guys. It's super high quality. They're really lightweight and extremely good reels. If you're looking for a decent bait caster reel or a spinning reel or a line counting reel, they got you covered. Go check it out, and if you use this link right here, you'll get a discount, so go check them out. I got a bullet weight on here, and then on this worm hook there's a little screw thing right there. You can screw the whatever you're throwing on there, swim bait or whatever. And then what I like about this is it's got the little notch right here. It's probably hard to see, but it's got the notch on both sides. That way you could do a weedless hook just like this, and this is what I like to throw in the thick weeds, and the fish, they just bite on it like that and they just get hooked. But like that, it just swims like this right through the weeds, and doesn't get snagged up very easy. And then also my Torrent 2 PC Fun right here, super cheap, cheap in price, and very, very good reel, guys. I've had this for over 2 years. It's got tons of bearings in it. It's super lightweight and it's really smooth. Plus you could easily just pop this thing out right here and clean your magnets or your bearings super easy on the fly. You just pop in like that, turn it, and then push that thing up, and it's locked back in. And then on the adjustment here for the drag, it's got a click. Hear that? So it makes a very fine adjustment, and it's just a super good reel. If you're looking for an affordable reel, go check this out. I'll leave the link in the description. Getting a couple bites, but it seems like if you don't catch the bites right now, you're gonna miss it. Yeah, still got full bait. Dang, that's crazy. So this is the location I caught the sturgeon last time. I just pulled in my anchor, and there's a few more, but it must be right on kind of a clam bed or something like that. Maybe that's why it's a good sturgeon spot right here. But I'm gonna go, it's getting windy. I'm gonna go to another couple spots I've pinned where I've caught fish. See if it's less windy, but I'm gonna troll over there. All right, guys, we got some pretty chilly winds coming from the east, and whenever they're coming from the east, they're really cold, and it just goes right down the canal here if you're in Rio Vista. So I'm gonna do a little trolling right now. Make sure if you're using this P-line Predator, make sure that you got the deep diver. If you're on the Rio Vista area, you want it to go down about 15 feet or so. So make sure you got the deep diver there. And I always like to use this color right here is really good for when the water's a little murky. The water's definitely clearing up big time. It's not near as muddy. One thing I love about trolling, guys, I usually like to troll from spot to spot. That way you're kind of scanning the area. Got to about 100, a little over 100 feet here. I like to get it away from my motor. And then about 2 miles an hour, 2 to 3 miles an hour. bit tougher to troll here with this wind and these waves. We got some pretty decent swells here. A couple feet swells, it looks like. This wind's starting to pick up here. Better get my limit and get the heck out of here. I'm just gonna go up a little bit further here, trolling to a spot I have marked, and I'm gonna do a little bait fishing and possibly go up and cast some swim baits, but I may not make it to Sherman. I'm almost to Decker Island here. Here we go, boys. Holy smokes. Woo! You got some big whitecaps out here. Woo-hoo! Dang. Wow. All right, guys, it's super windy out here. I found a little spot in 3 Mile Slough here. Just taking a break. Anchor's barely setting. Gonna eat my sandwich here. And I got my little fire going right here. It's pretty cozy right here, out of the wind. It's getting pretty windy here, guys. I'm looking over here in the main channel there, and all I see is a bunch of white caps. It's kind of scaring me, so probably a few more casts here, and then I'm gonna take off. But how I cast this guy is I like to cast it way out towards the bank, and then it's super hard to cast in the wind like this. And then I like to let it drop all the way down to the bottom there. And just retrieve, let it drop down and just retrieve real slow. Dang, it is windy. Oh boy. So I'm just trolling back right now. It's pretty windy. My miles per hour is about just under 2, 1.5 to 2. And it's really good because you can see, oh man, trying to turn this thing and stay straight here in the wind. It's crazy. But it's really good when you're trolling to keep an eye on your side scan and all your sonar. That way, if you do hit a school or see some fish, you can kind of mark it and see where it's at. But you can cover a lot of ground like this going about 2 miles an hour. And we're just searching here. Pretty darn clean. Super clean. Just a little bit of grass. Crazy. Woo. Trying to get near the edge. Dang, it's serious out here, boys. Holy smokes. Whoa. Need a little bit bigger boat for this kind of weather. Swells are getting bigger, like almost 4 foot now, some spots. Try to get over to the edge here. It's crazy out here. Throttle won't stay in one position. Makes it harder. Yeah, buddy. If you're not enjoying it and having fun, don't do it. Woohoo! Yeah, buddy. This is crazy. Slow down there. Just take your time when it's really windy out here, guys. Holy smokes, white caps everywhere.